What is up, YouTube family? Back for another video. So today I want to come in here and talk about kind of like my game plan for this year, how I plan on getting ahead, and also kind of like my financial plan for growth this year and what exactly I'm going to be doing and implementing into my life. So I wanted to share this video because I want to hopefully inspire and challenge a couple people to kind of, implement some of the same things in their life and kind of also give some perspective out around kind of business and money. So without any further ado, let's jump into it, guys. So as a lot of you know, I'm 23, I'll be 24 in a couple of months. So I'm still very much, considered like young, pretty much, I don't have any kids, not married, not even dating, don't have any student loans, don't have a mortgage. So it's just, it's business expenses and regular personal expenses like, rent and, car insurance and the basic stuff. So with that being said, my plan for this year, how I plan to get ahead is now, as this video is getting put out, obviously it's March right now. This is for a lot of guys in the exterior cleaning industry. This is leading into starting to lead into the busy season, right? So for a lot of us guys, we're starting to get leads back in, start doing work, it's warming up. And so we're ramping up for hopefully, a good season, right? So this video really is more or less about money plays than business. But number one, my goal for this year, this season is to put more money and make more improvements in my business. So that can be in the area of just systems and better business practices, improving customer service, improving the quality of service, also increasing the average ticket size, right? So with one, I just want to put more effort back into myself and my business and increase my knowledge. I'm going to be going to more industry events this year. So I know I'm going to at least attend probably two. One for guaranteed next weekend, based on the date of this video. I'll be in Atlanta for an event, so I'm excited to attend that to hopefully network and learn some new things. And then two, I probably plan on going to the huge convention as well, which I think is in August. So with that being said, that's one, just getting more industry information and knowledge so I can help grow my business. And then in return, also come back on here and pass some information down for guys, who are also running exterior cleaning businesses who could use, some knowledge or information. But with that being said, that out the way, so we talked about one of my focuses is to grow my business. But apart from that, I kind of want to talk about money and getting ahead financially. So as I just mentioned, I told you guys kind of like, I'm single, I don't have kids, all those things and stuff like that, right? So with that being said, that means that I have the ability to take more risk, I feel, right? While I'm young, I want to take more risk. I'm taking a bit of a risk, I have a higher risk tolerance, right? I have a different perspective towards money. Money can be gotten back, time can't. So as far as money goes, I'm being a little bit more riskier as far as going more heavy on investing. I do plan on this year saving at least at minimum 30%, but aiming for 50% of my income monthly and putting it into some type of investment vehicle, such as cryptocurrencies, stocks, ETFs, and hopefully one of my goals this year is to get into real estate and do at least 3 real estate deals, however they get done, whether that's flipping, buying and hold, subject to deals, whatever it might be. I definitely want to tap into real estate this year, multi-unit, who knows? But I definitely know I want to make a real estate play this year and kind of have a strategy on how I'm going to make that happen. So, right, we talked about one, we're going to make money, right? You have to do that first. So one, income is important. You have to get income coming in. Two, I believe that once you have income coming in, that you must put it to work for you. Most people's cycle of money looks like this. Here they are, right here. That's them. This is anybody. It could be you. One, here's you, right? Here's the next cycle is you go to your job, right? Then you have your paycheck, right? Then you have expenses. Then here you are, back to square one again. So they call that the rat race, right? You're chasing your own tail and you're going to you're going to work just to maintain your lifestyle, right? So the rat race really consists of never getting ahead, constantly adding more and more liabilities to your life, right? So one of the big things I believe, not only while you're young, but just life-wise, is assets over liabilities. So buy the toys later, build the income up first, diversify, build multiple streams of income, and then buy those liabilities with the second or third stream of income that you build for yourself. So what I'm trying to tell you guys or encourage you guys to do is whatever position you're in right now is, obviously figure out how you can increase your income. Two, start taking some of that money, even if it's a small portion of money a month, and putting it into some type of investment vehicle. Listen, guys, they printed trillions of dollars last year. They're going to print trillions of dollars this year. And what does that mean for you and I? the more and more money they print out, they dilute the current supply, right? So just basically it's like if you go back early on in time, early money supply, whatever. Let's just go back to the early 1900s, right? The value of the dollar, we know for a fact, isn't the same today as it was back then. The buying power is way more diluted. So if you look at it, it's like having concentrate, right? And the more water you add to concentrate, the weaker and weaker it gets. And eventually, you're gonna get to a point where where you've added so much water to the concentrate that the solution is ineffective, right? So eventually, the money supply goes to zero buying power. Just, the dollar loses its value. So the more and more money they print, the more value the dollar loses. So how do you hedge against that, right? If you're just making money through your job and you're spending it and you're buying liabilities, listen, you're in the long run, you're gonna end up losing. So for all of us, the smart thing that we can do is put our money into things, vehicles that are gonna grow at higher interest rates, right? If you put your money in the bank, I don't even know what the percentage is that they're paying you, probably something like 0.001 or 0.01%, something crazy. Very tiny, you'll never see any gains, right? So even if you put your money into like an ETF and say on average the return of that ETF is 15-20%, that's great compared to having it in the bank. And that's something you could do for if you have a lower risk tolerance, or you're someone who's like, maybe you're in a position where you have more to lose, right? Then you want to play it safer, but at least find something. But for my younger guys, if you're in a position like myself, where you don't have kids, you're not married, you don't have all those, basically it's like, what do you have to lose? I want to encourage you to take more risks. I'm not telling you to be dumb or irresponsible with your money. Do your research. But like I said, for me, I have a higher risk tolerance. I've been playing things like cryptocurrency. It's very volatile, but if you're okay with that, then it's fine. I've seen, I've put my money into some cryptocurrencies, specifically put some money into Bitcoin and Ethereum. I've watched it go up. I've watched it go down. I'm not really emotionally attached to when I put my money into an investment vehicle. I'm not emotionally tied to it. So I would say my advice on that area is if you're going to put money into a vehicle, don't put money into an investment that you're not willing to, you're not okay with losing, right? If you need this money to pay your bills and feed your family, don't invest it. That is completely ignorant. Pay your bills first, take care of responsibilities. But with that overage money, so if your income is up here, expenses are down here, what are you doing with that, that chunk of income that doesn't have a place to go? It needs to go somewhere. So like I said, for me personally, I plan to get a lot leaner in my personal life this year as far as expenses, cutting out frivolous things and just buying, just spending money willy-nilly and cutting expenses down, reducing expenses and putting all that overage income into a vehicle, right? Whether it's, like I said, whether it's real estate, another business, investments, whether it's, buying gold, silver, stuff like that. I really want to get serious about wealth building this year and just really getting ahead while I'm young and while I don't have those responsibilities. That way I can build a foundation in case one day I do decide to get married and have kids, that we won't have to struggle. They won't have to worry about money. We won't have to figure out, where the next, meal is going to come from. So that's kind of like my game plan for this year. And so some things that you guys can implement in your own life is, one, the money you make, put some money back into yourself, education-wise. How can you learn more? If you're in business, how can you get more education or industry education to be able to grow your business? So whether you're in exterior cleaning or whatever, insurance, window tinting, affiliate marketing, whatever you're doing, carpet cleaning, I don't know what your gig is, but whatever it is, learn more about that industry, because the deeper you go, the more of a specialist you can become. The more you learn, the more you earn, right? So let's all collectively do that. So a part of my challenge for myself too is saving my income is I'm putting in automations and systems as far as taking that money that I make and putting it away so I don't even think about it. So a lot of these apps and these investment vehicles, you can set up recurring transactions that will go ahead and pull money out of your account and go ahead and automatically invest it into the vehicle of your choice. Whether you want whether you want to weekly invest in, say, Apple stock or whatever, Tesla or Amazon, you can set it up on many of these platforms to where every week on a certain date, it's going to pull that money out, say it's $100 a week, and go ahead and buy that stock for you, and just do it automatically, unconsciously. So you're not even paying attention to it. It doesn't take any effort. So I know I'm personally doing that for myself. So some of the things you guys can start to do, and here's exactly what I'm doing, is I'm going to set automations to where at least once a week, I'm going to say one job worth of income or whatever, or maybe you want to set a certain number, or $500 a week. I'm going to put away. That's literally just going to go straight into, say, buying more Bitcoin, more Ethereum, whatever, or cryptocurrency in general, or into some vehicle of choice, but something that's going to pay you. Look, guys, you can choose something like, you can, if you're more long term, you just want to place things really safe, do your research, invest in things like a Roth IRA. Those are some ideas for you, but I really just want to encourage you to do something. Don't just make money, right? One of the biggest things that I learned early on, it is not how much money you make, but how much money you keep. And so when I say that, yes, it's important how much money you make. You do want to make more money, but if every time you make more money, your expenses rise to match it, you'll never get ahead. Once again, that is called the rat race. And to get out of the rat race, it means that your passive income exceeds your monthly expenses, which means you don't have to show up. If you don't show up to work, your bills will still be paid. You still have income and cash flow coming in. So I really encourage you guys to do your research and start learning more, about finances. Just get financially literate, make some changes. So right now, something you can do immediately to bring more income in a month without having to work more hours, actually make more money, is to reduce your expenses. Now, I'm not super huge on this one because I do believe it takes the same amount of energy to make more money, and that's a good solution. But for the most part, the average person, they would benefit from literally reducing expenses. So what can you cut right now in your life? Check on pointless subscriptions you have, or bills that you're over leveraged in. Are you driving a car you can't afford right now? If your car payment's high as hell, and your insurance is also high as hell, can you cut those things? Don't try to keep up with the Joneses. Social media encourages this flex culture, and everyone wants to keep up and flex and, oh, look at me and look at this. Listen, you're going to drive yourself right into the ground trying to keep up and trying to impress your friends and your neighbors. Stop trying to do that. Live an authentic life. Live a life that's, be happy, but have genuine happiness, but be authentic. So don't try to don't try to on the outside look like, oh, look at me, I made it. But behind closed doors, you're struggling to pay your bills. So be authentic. Your friends are taking vacations? Cool. If you can't afford the vacation, you need to put your head down and hustle more, right? So it's all hustle and grind this year. Listen, you have a full-time job, still find yourself a little side hustle. Figure out how you can make an extra $500 to $1,000 a month. Use that money initially to pay down debt, because that paying down debt is going to, like I said, open up your cash flow. So now you have more free-floating money that you can then turn around and put it into some other vehicle. But guys, stop spending money on buying liabilities and things that aren't going to make you any money, and then turn those things around your home into assets. So what can you sell? What can you get rid of? Simplify and eliminate is something that I try to go by daily. What can I simplify in my life, and what can I eliminate? So sometimes you need to get rid of things. So what can you sell off to make a little more income right now? And also, maybe just, clear out your home, make it cleaner, have a more clear mind. So really, the play for this channel is not, I tell people all the time, this channel is not really an exterior cleaning channel. It just so happened to be that most people follow me for that information, but it's called the Zay Wonder Journal because I never intended it to be, about exterior cleaning. That's why it's not called, my company name or exterior cleaning, anything related to that, or pressure washing channel. It's called the Zay Wonder Journal because I try to give out more perspective than just exterior cleaning, guys. I can give you, I can learn as much as I can and pass you guys all that information. End of the day, if you don't take that information and really turn it into something, what good is that going to be for anybody, right? And if I just give you the exterior cleaning, cool, that might be great. But what do you do once you've got the business going? What are some things that you can implement, make changes to build legacy, right? So that's where I'm focused on, is legacy building. So I just want to, just to recap, guys, we want to grow our businesses, increase our income, cut our expenses, take the overage income, and put it into some type of vehicle that can grow at a higher interest rate, even if it's just 10, 15% a year. Listen, you'll win on the end of the day than just having money sit in the bank or not having any money at all. So, I want everyone on this channel to win in life, not just in exterior cleaning, but to win financially and be able to do and live the life that you want, right? And once again, just remember that income is subjective, right? Or high income is subjective, right? So I can say, oh, $10,000 a month might be good for me, but it might not be good for Bob over here who has high expenses, 4 kids, a boat, an RV, and all these liabilities. And so for him, $10,000 a month might not even pay his bills. But take someone like me who doesn't have all those high expenses, great. I can live a pretty decent lifestyle and also put myself ahead off of that amount of income, or even less than that. So examine your lifestyle, examine what makes sense, make those changes, guys. But I really, really want to encourage you guys to really dive in this year. Don't waste this opportunity that you have to, to invest in yourself and grow. Don't look back 5, 6 months from now and say, dang, I wish I would have started. I wish I would have invested in this. One thing I learned from last year in 2020 was that, man, like, the stock market is a powerful tool, man. I watched companies go from, early on in the year was sell-offs, and to the end of the year, these same companies being up 400-500%. Guys, that is nuts. That's ridiculous gains. And that wasn't like a once in a lifetime thing last year. That happened with so many companies. So what I can say out of that is that there's two sides to every coin, right? Even during crazy financial or pandemic or whatever it is, whatever you want to say, there's always an upside. Like I said, there's two sides. So yeah, there was a sell-off. Everyone was in fear and uncertainty. But look, by the end of the year, there's so many companies that recovered. And so what was that would look like a bad thing at the beginning of 2020, all these companies selling off and stocks were tanking, actually was really, really a great opportunity for those who knew what they were doing. So I encourage you guys to just increase your education. Like I said, that's what I'm doing. One of the things I've done, I've joined a stock market training that has a live Discord group in the mornings and daily where they go over the market conditions. They go over a watch list and also a course where we're learning the stock market. And it's been great. It's been super helpful. So I'm involved in that. So if there's something you want to look into as well, it's one of my good friends. He's doing very well in the stock market. He actually runs the training. It's a very reasonable monthly fee. So if you want to check it out, I'm gonna leave the link below. You have any questions, I can also put you in contact with him if you want to, up your education. I will also be interviewing him on the channel in the upcoming week or so. So definitely tune into that. That's just, one little extra kind of bonus for you guys to give you guys perspective outside of just exterior cleaning, because honestly, at a certain point, that begins to bore me, and I have a lot more I want to talk about. But guys, thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Leave a comment. Let me know if you hate me, like me, dislike me, whatever. Like the video, dislike it. It's whatever. I'm still gonna show up tomorrow and put out some more content, and I'm gonna keep coming back for the dudes who do appreciate it. And when I say dudes, I mean guys and girls, whoever you are, and whatever you identify as, whatever. Anyway, guys, peace out until next time. Much love. See you again. Peace.